What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, JayNotion, and today we're going to be checking out Phantom Blade Zero. Super excited for this one. I think this one dropped at the end of last year, or maybe the Summer Game Fest type thing. I don't know, state of play. But realistically, we don't know much about this game. All we know is that it sort of looks like a Souls-like in terms of combat, and there's elements of Devil May Cry type gameplay in there as well. I'm super excited for this one. It's one of those, I think it's Korean, Chinese, Japanese, I don't know. It's an Asian developer that's making these absolute bangers at the moment, such as Wukong, Stellar Blade. It's in that category of games. So this is one that I've got on my list. It's top 3 most anticipated games of the year for me. Hopefully it drops this year, and I'm sure it will, because we're getting a official gameplay trailer here today. So without further ado, I'm very excited to be checking this one out, fresh as a daisy with you guys. Let's see what we're in for. This is going to be an absolute treat. I can feel it. Hopefully they take their time and it cooks. Beware of the 7 stars and their sword formation. Together they have slain countless evildoers, but now they're dark. S game. It's got Nioh. It's like Ninja Gaiden, Neo type vibes. Devil May Cry, Souls elements in there. That looks amazing. Phase 2, baby. Ah, what is that? Oh my god. this is going to be potentially my game of the year. Holy crap. Release date will be announced in 25. Oh my god. I like that. Wow. That absolutely blew my freaking mind. That was unbelievable. There's so much to talk about, but basically this, I can feel that this is going to already be my game of the year just by watching that 5-minute boss fight. And there's so much to talk about. The graphics are phenomenal, the combat is fast, it's fluid, it looks smooth, it's crisp, but also deadly. I love the sound effects of the, you know, all the swords, all the splicing, the blood splattering and stuff like that. It reminds me very much of games like Nioh mixed in with Sekiro. Elements of Devil May Cry's in there. It's very much Devil May Cry versus Souls. I mean, instantly people see the boss bar and they go, ah, this is a Souls game. It's a lot more fluid. It's a lot faster. It feels crisper. The combat's more responsive. Less methodical, more fast-paced action. It's definitely more of an action game versus a Souls-like, but there are definitely elements that they've lent and borrowed, which I'm fine with, because if it works and people like it, why would you not put it in your game? What I'm really interested about is the weapon swapping at the bottom of the screen here. You can see variation in weapons. You've got some sort of gem system going on, so I'm assuming you can put gems or sockets with the weapons and maybe add things like, I don't know, poise damage or ice effects and things like that. Fire effects, fire damage, I don't know. But it looks like we've got a health bar, a stamina bar, or a poise bar. It's either a poise bar or a stamina bar. I don't know what that orange bar is underneath. The guy playing this actually takes no damage, I don't think, at any point. He manages to smash the whole boss without taking damage, which actually really impressed me. Unless I missed it, but he goes through the whole damn thing and just batters people, which makes it look amazing. Combat was excellent. The boss design is creepy. The music is top tier. It goes from this initial phase to when the boss goes into the second phase, and then the violin and the strings just start going, and all the heavy rock music kicks in. It's absolutely amazing. I was just pumped just watching it, so playing it is going to be another level of adrenaline dump, and I just cannot wait to get my hands on this game. It's phenomenal. I'd love to understand a little bit more about the story, but I'm sure that will come with time. They don't want to give too much away because the element of mystery is probably what's going to help sell the game a little bit. I don't think there's going to be any issues in selling the game. I think it's going to be one of the big hitters of the year. Just already seeing the earlier showcase details about it, but seeing this gameplay, seeing some of the bosses unveiled in this video, I don't think it's going to have any problems ticking all the boxes. I think this might even be I said it before, I think this might be my game of the year. I know GTA 6 is supposed to be coming out, and that's going to be top 3 easily of games that are coming out this year. Maybe the top for everybody, but I think this is going to be my bag. This is going to be my zone, my aura, my feeling, because as you know, I absolutely love the Souls games. I love Stellar Blade's a great game as well. I've recently done Bayonetta, and it reminds me elements of that. It's definitely more action-packed, it's more fluid, it's more frenzy. There's going to be elements of tactics in there. You probably won't be able to button mash, but I think this is more of a button mash favourite, like Devil May Cry versus a Souls-like, where you can't get away with button mashing too much. I mean, I don't know, we didn't really see this guy take damage, so we can't see how much damage these enemies are going to do, but they did say in an earlier showcase that this game is going to be more adapted to all types of players. So I'm assuming there's going to be a more difficult mode to suit those types of players, but I think they want it to be accessible for everybody. They don't want just your Souls veterans picking this one up and people going, it's too hard, I'm not touching it. This is supposed to be accessible for everyone, and just the combat, the graphical effects, the smoothness of the frames, the music, the boss fights, the spectacle. I love the feel of it. It feels almost Dynasty Samurai type vibes, but I think there's an element of cyberpunk in there as well. There's like a cyberpunk sci-fi twist to it, with certain moves and certain things that you see on the screen, certain ways that the bosses move. These bosses are absolutely terrifying, and they beautifully blended the sound and the squealing and the screeching effects of the boss with the strings that you hear in the background as the supporting music. It reminded me very much of the Insidious films. And you got that really creepy, like the high-strung violin noises. It's just like horror, action, damage, and I just love the feel of it, and I just cannot wait to see more on this game. And we get a very quick showcase of a couple of the weapons. The soft snake sword, which is kind of like a bendy sword, a flexible sword that bends and weaves like the head of a snake. I love the White Serpent and Crimson Viper weapons though. Those look really cool. Reminds me very much of the Rakuyo that Lady Maria uses in Bloodborne. Just the blood, the red elements, all the slashing, and just the way that it moves reminds me very much of that weapon. So I think they've taken correct inspiration from all the games that are known for what they're known for, but they've made it original. They've not cut and pasted it. It still feels like this is a game true to itself, but there's loads of elements here from other games that I really love and enjoy, and those elements have made those individual games successful. So I think this one's going to be a massive, massive success. Hopefully it comes out in 25. I think it will, but I could see this one being like a June or July release. Hopefully it comes out sooner rather than later, but as I said, I don't want these guys to rush this. This needs to be a nicely baked, finished product, which I'm sure it will be. I'll be interested to see how long this one's going to be. Earlier suggestions said it'll be anything between sort of 15 to 20 hours, which is okay. I was hoping for a little bit longer than that, but again, is it open world? Is it semi-open world? I don't know. Is it going to be like a Wulong type game where there's maps and there's sections that you can kind of explore, but there's not an open world? I don't think we need an open world, but for this type of game, I'm happy with a semi-linear open world. I think if it's done correctly, it's done correctly. If it's too open, it can fail, although games like Elden Ring have shown us that you can build this type of gameplay and this type of backdrop into an open world as well, and it can work really, really well. So hoping to see some more on this very soon, but this has got me absolutely pumped, super excited. As I said, I think this is going to be my game of the year personally, just by seeing this 5 minutes of gameplay. And just when we saw it a couple of years back when it was at the Game Awards, and it showcased a very quick, brief concept video of it, and I was like, oh, samurai, it's got a dark vibe to it, very horror noir. There's loads of elements that I really enjoy. You've got the Ronin hat there, but there's also cyberpunky, futuristic type elements to it as well, where we saw the main protagonist fighting one of the bosses that looked like the Witch King, and he was blending in and out of the environment, and there was like a Matrix type feel to the moves that he was doing. So is this a simulation? Is it blending in with the future? Has he just got powers that allow him to do that? I don't know. We didn't see any of that in this video. This was more around the boss fights and what you can look forward to in terms of gameplay. So we have seen different elements of the game, but for me, this is going to be an absolute showstopper, and I cannot wait to see some more on this one. Let me know, guys, what you think of this in the comments. As you can tell, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped to get my hands on it. Cannot wait to see, hear, and understand some more about this game. As I said, I think this is going to be my game of the year just by seeing this gameplay footage alone. And I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Hopefully we get a release date announcement soon. But But I'm quite happy for this one to stay in the oven until it's fully baked and it's ready and there's no issues and they get it out crisp as a daisy versus putting out something that's got problems. I think these developers know what they're doing, so very, very excited. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know what you think about the game in the comments. Are you excited for this one? Are you going to reserve yourself and wait to see a little bit more or hear a little bit more? Until the next video, guys, thank you for checking me out. I'll see you soon. Peace!